Okay, so we've got the piece of timber prepared, we've squared the line around it, we've used the marking gauge to sever the timber, sever the surface of the timber, we've used the chisel to relieve that edge along there. Now we're going to use the tenon saw to cut straight down through that edge. Often what I'll do is run a little bit of wax along the side of the saw to give it a bit of lubricant, but I haven't got any, so I won't. Okay, sawing the timber on the bench hook, you can line the cut that you've got up exactly with the edge of the bench hook. Bring the saw up at an angle, about a 30-degree angle is good. You don't need the death grip, you can just hold it gently. Fingers running along the length of the saw so that you run straight. Best to stand behind the saw with your eye looking down either side of it so you don't twist the saw this way and that. And then, or you can rub your finger up against the edge and use that as a guide if you prefer. I'm happy to use the block that's on the bench hook, the stop that's on the bench hook. Drag it back just until the cut starts. If you can't push forward easily, now that's very easily, if you're pushing forward and it grabs, go back again. So I'm just going to cut at an angle, watching the line, blowing the dust away. I'm just going to cut at an angle until I'm across the surface of the timber. Now that I'm directly across the surface of the timber, I'll cut down square. And while I'm cutting down square, my eye's on the line at the front edge there, on the face edge. My eye's on that line, making sure that I'm following the line down. If you find you're going off the line a little bit, you can twist the saw this way or that way, or you can angle it one way or another to help it run straight. Go at about this speed, not too fast. If you go too fast, you end up with a really rough cut. If you go at a slower speed, you've got more control over the saw, plus you end up with a neater finish. I suppose I should check that side. Yeah, I'm going down the line on that side, I'm going down the line on this side. What we're aiming for is a piece of timber that's reasonably neat and square. Now when you get towards the end, slow up a little bit, because when the saw comes through the far side, you don't want it to sever all those, break all those fibres. And what we're looking for is square across the surface. I can see it's a whisker out on the end, but it's about half a millimetre or so, so I guess that's acceptable. And square across the face. And that's reasonably good.